up, everybody? This is Vardaran here, and today we're going to be doing a different kind of show. This is just sort of a new thing that I wanted to experiment with, see if you guys respond well, positively to it, and if you do, we might do some more of this kind of thing. So, we're going to be taking a look at the comments that you guys have left us throughout the week and responding to those. It's a nice little show I like to call Reply.
This is a show where you leave comments, then we go and read your comments, then we respond to those said comments. Leaving comments, reply!
XD. So the first video that we had this week was the TTV Podcast, episode 260, the Vin Sucks Controversy and Brick Fair 2017 Roundup. Starting off strong with this one. Jared Hansen says, what's Vin's Instagram? Well, Vin's Instagram is actually the Notorious Vin, all lowercase, all one word. Vin posts a lot of awesome artwork and personal artwork there, commissions and stuff like that. So if you're interested in seeing what Vin likes to do in his free time, it's a great place to go and check out. So head on over there. Samuel Wilder says, I've been a big fan of TTV for about 3 years, and it hurts that LJ, one of my favorite members, was fired. I'm not saying I know everything about what happened, but I always noticed how some of the other members of TTV seem to be really cutting toward him. I wish the problems could be solved, but I guess not. IDK if TTV will ever be the same, and not sure if I will continue watching. P.S. Not trying to stir things up, just wanted to share my feelings about the situation. Yeah, I mean, it's a big change that's happening for us as a channel, for us as friends, and obviously for you guys as fans. And I think it's really important for you guys to know that your feelings about the situation are entirely justified. It was a very quick announcement, a very abrupt one from a fan perspective, so I completely understand where a lot of you guys are coming from in terms of that. And I think it's something that's completely fair. LJ's been a long part of this channel for a very long time, or a big part of this channel for a very long time now. His contributions to it, his history, and, you know, just the laughs that he brought to the table were obviously very important, and I don't think that you being sad should be, you know, ignored. It's a totally justifiable and a totally fair opinion, and I completely understand it if, you know, viewers, you guys out there are seeing that announcement and thinking, well, he was the reason I was subscribed to this channel. If he's not going to be on the channel, then I'm not sure I want to stick around. I think that's a totally fair thing to think. And if you do decide to leave, then, well, just thank you so much for sticking with us for as long as you did, and thank you for being an awesome subscriber and viewer of our content. And we're sad to see you go, but we completely understand. Dr. BZR1 says, I think the gender thing is an issue with that mock because Vin used he instead of she pronouns for it. Maybe the pronouns the mock used weren't clear on the boards, though. Like, I think these are legit criticisms here. Maybe these people who took it out of hand, but I can understand why they'd criticize that mistake. If it's something like a self-mock or something, then I could see how that would be a bit more relevant to it, but I don't necessarily think you need to go into the backstory and the history of the person creating the mock to, you know, give your thoughts on the mock itself. So ultimately, I feel like when people were upset that Vin didn't use the proper pronoun for the mockist, it was kind of just a reason to sort of discredit his opinion on it. I don't think that's really fair. I think there were a lot of issues with that video, and people obviously responded in a negative way, and I think some of those negative opinions are you know, legitimate criticisms. Other ones I'm not really behind, and I think this one in particular is one of those that I just don't think really makes a lot of sense or adds to the actual critique that people had with the video, or the problems that people had with the video, but it's sort of one of those things that just doesn't really matter anymore. Commander Panda says, should a film critic be able to make a film in order to critique films? No, same logic can be applied here. Yeah, this is in response to some people who are saying that because Vin didn't have a certain level of skill with mocking or an affinity towards mocking, that he didn't really have a place to critique other mocks, or that his opinions are a little less valid because of that. I kind of agree here with Commander Panda. I don't necessarily think you have to be an expert mockist to have a say or have a voice in like how you feel towards a piece of art, or like a mock, for instance. And I don't think you have to be the greatest mockist in the world for your opinion to be valid. Mr. Lego Lover 55 says, I feel like August has become the month of drama. Yeah, I mean, it's not something that we want to keep making a habit. So it's unfortunate that it's been that way. We're gonna try and just kind of stay out of this sort of drama train going forward. Tyrixis says, y'all really need to let this go. It's dead. It's been dead. Move on, man. To be fair, I don't necessarily disagree with you. We probably should have let it go. I think episode 260 in particular suffered from the time it took to record and then edit to when it finally came out. When we actually sat down and recorded the podcast, it was the day of when we were seeing all these comments pouring in, and we were definitely in sort of a volatile, very emotional kind of state because it was just like such a, you know, crazy experience. We haven't seen that kind of backlash or, you know, response chain ever. So it was something that we felt like we needed to talk about because it was such a big thing on our platform. With that said, 260 came out way too late. By the time that episode was made public, it didn't matter at all. And it's not like we could just go back and erase, you know, the podcast because it was, you know, we already put the time into editing it and recording it and getting everybody down and ready to go. So I do agree. Episode, probably not the best episode. Probably shouldn't have come out when it did. Maybe we should have rethought recording it to begin with. I mean, mistakes were made for sure. So I definitely agree with you there. Lumen says, the controversy section of the podcast is just poor form. There was a way to properly address the problem, and that was not it. We all need some work on dealing with this sort of thing maturely. Yeah, I mean, I agree and I disagree. It's a thing where you are correct. We probably didn't handle it in the most mature way that we could have. I definitely agree there. But we also felt like we had to address it because the TTV podcast is about TTV. And when things happen on a TTV platform as big as our YouTube channel, which is our main platform, not talking about it doesn't feel right or genuine. We feel like we need to discuss the things that happen in our comments and at least, you know, give our take on it. That DZ Mendez guy says, please talk more about Game of Thrones. I would love to hear you guys talk about it. We would love to talk about it, but the unfortunate thing about sorry, I'm a little sick. The unfortunate thing about Game of Thrones is that it's not really age appropriate for our channel or the audience here. It wouldn't really fit either. It would be kind of off topic. I don't think it would get a lot of views or anything. So it's not something that I feel like everybody that comes to this channel is interested in seeing. You know, we are a LEGO channel at heart, so whenever people are subscribed to us and they see a video that they're not interested in, like Game of Thrones, then it's just like, well, we put all the time and effort into recording that session and it doesn't really get any traction, and can hurt us in the end. So we'd love to talk about Game of Thrones, maybe in one of our live streams or a patron exclusive. It's not saying that you have to sign up for Patreon, but that's likely where that would go if we were to do something like that. Otherwise, it'll be, it's probably not something we're going to really touch upon. The Dark Master says, wow, you guys are petty as heck. I was going to let it all go, but then Jonathan Juan had to bring me up. So, let's dive in. So say my name, you freaking coward. 2, I would have commented even if I wasn't banned unjustly. 3, it's not my fault that your fan base pretty much stalked me ever since I made that comment. Some of your psychophantic fanboys, Chronicler Hooks, K. Colahad, and Joey Reviews waited until I commented on Nikon and then said I was like the devil or something. Like, can DeCronk not understand that banning someone will lead them to not particularly like said banner? This is so hard to understand. Also, if any of the TTV crew members got banned from Twitter, I would defend them. I'm not touching that comment with a 10-foot pole. Oh, man. Alright, next on the docket for that week was Vin's Mock Spotlight. Rorzak by Mr. N. Finn Jeffrey says, you forgot to give it a score. Well, Finn, you forgot to watch the last Mock Spotlight video. Recommend watching that one, buddy. The scores are not there for a reason. It's intentional. So. Jetter says, gotta love Vin calling the spider mode crab mode while blatant caption for spider mode is displayed right there. Hold up now, let me see this. It's hard to, I don't really know what to say about that. Just kind of, Bittengat says, why this but no explanation on Jay? Good spotlight though. Sorry if this comment makes you mad. No comment makes us mad. Some comments make us sad, but no comments make us mad. Some comments are bad, but some comments are rad. I mean, really, the reason was because we did our explanation on the podcast, and the podcast just hadn't came out yet. That's all. This is why it's probably a good idea to follow our social media platforms, especially our Twitter, because when things like this happen, like big announcements and the change of our channel, that's usually where we're going to be posting those kind of things, our Twitter and on the boards. So I would recommend checking out those platforms in case you are interested in keeping up to date with, you know, the changes of the channel itself. Adam Louis says, make GALIDOR great again. From this day forward, I decree that, what day is it? September 7th will be Make GALIDOR Great Again Day, in which we will all come together as a LEGO fanbase community, and we will rally behind our hero, GALIDOR. GALIDOR man, who is our hero, savior. Next video on the docket was the Brickfeed Podcast, episode 68, The Secrets of Ninjago City and Elvendale. Toa Cardicus says, not to join in with all the oncoming horde of LJ mourners, he says before joining, but I really hope that everybody behind the scenes at TTV is doing well after the decision to remove LJ from the team was made. I hope the best for your channel and the business, since a lot of other fans are definitely reacting negatively to the decision as expected. However, I hope it doesn't hurt things for you guys too much. Wishing you all the best. Thank you so much, by the way, for your comment. Very positive, very nice. I mean, the response was expected for sure. Doesn't mean that it's not affecting us at all. Negative comments definitely kind of hit me, I think, really well, really deep. But it's just sort of a thing you kind of have to roll with things like this. But I can confirm that behind the scenes, everybody is moving forward very nicely, very well, very healthily. And I think we're going to be making a lot of changes to the channel that you guys, in particular, I think will be hopefully like a lot. But only time will tell. I hope you guys appreciate where the channel is going to be going in the future. And if not, then sorry. JDX116 says, goodbye TTV, y'all helped me pass a lot of time at work and I really appreciate it. It was a good ride, even though I haven't heard the whole story. I just can't support the decision regardless. It was a good run, you guys. I never felt so sentimental about hitting a stupid button on a computer screen before in my life. Maybe one day I'll be back, but until then, hope y'all keep on pushing towards the top. Thank you very much, JD. We'll see you later. We'll see you next time. If you do come back, we hope you enjoy all the content we have in store. If you don't, well, thank you so much for sticking around as long as you did, and goodbye for now. Toa Luhan says, wait, this channel isn't dead yet? I guess it's only a matter of time. I know, right? I'm surprised too. Oh gosh, those TTV guys, they just keep going. Angry Commenter says, they're doing a phenomenal job of running this channel to the ground. It's honestly impressive. You know, that kind of reminds me of that, have you guys seen that movie, Trainwreck? I think it has, like, Amy Schumer in it or something. Yeah, really funny movie, great movie that, I think kind of reminds me of how we're handling the channel, you know? It's definitely, pretty lolsy, how we're running it into the ground, and, you know, yeah, I've never seen that movie, so I actually don't really know. Kimzall says, another great video, probably the one to be good, because it has LJ in it. See ya. What? Another great video, probably the one to be good because it has LJ in it. See ya. Dark and Light Ninjas says, watch our channel. The Mech Treehouse says, quote, it was just regarded as one of the best things ever seen. Who are you quoting, buddy? Who's that quote from? Is that a quote from the video, or what is the context for this comment? I feel like this is missing something. Next up in the list of videos is the TTV Reviews Custom Mock Axel Rex Lego Boost Review. Wadan Kurugu says, isn't Axel Rex the vocalist to the hard rock band Rifles and Marigolds? Funny. You're a funny guy, Wadan. You're a real funny guy. Kale says, nice build and production quality on the video. Keep it up, guys. Love the dumb sketch at the beginning. I'm still angry. I'm still angry about the LJ thing, though. I like how he just had to throw that in there. It's like, oh, good job, guys. You guys are doing a great job. By the way, I'm still over you. Fire an LJ. No. What? Hold up now. What? You are fake news. The Pixelator says, ooh, hold on, let me make sure I do this comment justice. Suck my feet and eat my blood and call me daddy, I'm first. Let me have TTV episode 261. Comments here. The Pizza Cheetah says, considering Krispy Kreme is only on Maui, I should probably actually make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so I looked it up and some stupid pronunciation video on YouTube says it's pronounced Maui, so I was right. And if I'm wrong, blame them, not me. I'm an innocent party in this. Krispy Kreme was only on Maui for a very long time. It's kind of a big deal to specify Krispy Kreme donuts here and oh no, not another one. I'm just gonna say Anua to make things simple. Donuts here on Anua now that they recently got Krispy Kreme here, and it's kind of a big deal. And since it used to be exclusive to another island, the culture here still sees Krispy Kreme as special and rare. So we don't say donuts when referring to donuts from Krispy Kreme, we say Krispy Kremes because you can get donuts anywhere in Hawaii. You can get malasadas, which are better than donuts, but you can only get Krispy Kremes at Krispy Kreme. And since it used to be so hard to get them on Anua, it's still treated as as holy and sanctified experience. Hence why we specify Krispy Kremes and don't just say donuts. Yeah, but why would you consider Krispy Kreme donuts to be a holy thing? They're not even that great. Checkmate. Boom. I just undid your entire comment. How do you feel? Huh? How do you feel about that? This is a fun comment chain. LJ and Var are my favorite members of TTV. They aren't, though. Or are they? The final video we released this week was Bionicle G3, Makuta Variki, and Mask of Control Brainstorm number 2! A lot of these comments we're probably going to be bringing up in the actual Brainstorm episode itself, so I don't want to address all of them. I will be skimming through some of the shorter ones, so I can just kind of comment those in there, so just a heads up. Ariosis says, where's the TTV Discord, and when is the live chat recording session? TTV Discord is going to be through our Patreon, so you have to actually donate to our Patreon at patreon.com/the TTV channel. You donate there, then you can get access to our Discord if your Patreon account and your Discord account are linked through the same email. That's how you'll discover our Discord. In regards to the live chat recording session, those will also be posted on our Patreon once we have those established. With the new school year starting up, times are going to be switched up a little bit, so be aware of that. Mike Archer says, am I the only one who wanted an Anika Mari focused movie instead of The Legend Reborn? No, you are not, dude. Oh my god. I really wanted a movie for those years. It was actually really disappointing when we heard initially when The Legend Reborn was going to be made. I was like, just a couple of years too late for this to really pique my interest. I hated The Legend Reborn. Maybe it's for the best, actually. Barkbrink1996 says, once this is sort of finished, will there be a sort of recap video for people who don't have time to watch 10 plus podcasts that are each about an hour long? Yes, we're going to be doing specific shorter videos once we have a bit more of the story kind of planned and ready to go. Essentially, once we have season 1 actually planned out for the TV show, that's when we're going to start doing videos based off of our Bionicle G3 pitch. And we're going to talk about that in a shorter form video for all the people who weren't paying attention to the podcast or listening to us to catch up. So those will be a thing that will happen soon. Probably not too soon, but they will happen eventually. So be on the lookout for that. Well, guys, that basically wraps up this episode of Reply. Now, there was a lot of, obviously, drama and controversy-related comments. Hopefully, next week's episode is going to be a bit more lighthearted and funnier, but it all depends on what you guys leave us in terms of feedback and everything. So, stick around. I hope you enjoyed me taking the time to actually read your comments and responding to them on air. I feel like that's a thing that we haven't done enough of, and I'd like for you guys to feel like we are engaging with you. So I just wanted to put this video out there and see if you guys enjoyed it. So if you did enjoy it, leave a comment down below. Maybe I'll respond to it in the next video. If you have any questions, be sure to put that in the comments as well. Ask me here, and I'll get to that next week. So once again, thanks so much for watching. I'm Var, and we will see you guys next time. Later.